Hi, hello. It's me, Miss Pyra. And there's my spouse and the boy in the background as well. Okay, so here's the deal. We're just gonna jump right into this real quick. We have a problem. The boy needs to get out of the trash, correct. The main problem in-game is that... Oh, it's nighttime. That's the main problem. It's nighttime. No. The main problem is that I think we are completely fucked. I had to look it up because honestly I was stuck enough that I couldn't really see what was wrong or how to fix it. As you know, I've been wandering around for some time trying to get granite. And it has not worked. And I think that's because apparently you're actually not supposed to fix the mushroom grow bed to start with, despite what the game tells you that is apparently wrong. I don't have any more granite to use.
But Pyra, what about your previous loads?
This game doesn't have that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That seems like something the developers should implement.
You know, I think an easy way to fix this problem would be to just straight up have granite spawn freely. It doesn't have to do it all the time. It can be infrequent and only in this area because this is where you're supposed to get it. But just like a piece every now and again would really solve this problem. Which is really unfortunate at this point. Ah. Was that to, like, offset my saltiness?
I just wasn't expecting you to just open your mouth and let me put it in.
No, I didn't.
No, that took both of us by surprise. Even the dog's concerned.
It was very surprising. To put that back into context, I knew Darkwolf was behind me. I thought you were just watching the stream, leering awkwardly as you do sometimes. And no, instead you just... I opened my mouth and you just put a donut bite in there. It's a good thing I wasn't inhaling.
It just went straight in like no resistance.
Is that what you wish would happen more frequently? Or are you just happy that happens so often?
Don't go giving me ideas. Or chats. That matters. You have to earn these privileges.
Fucked. Well, alright. To the main menu! Away! Do it again. Yep. Got no other choice. Skip. Alright, speedrun! Speedrun! Let's go! Let's go, baby! It took 2 seconds for Darkwolf to immediately get to Everspace. Light that fire. Craft! Oh, you need a lot. Gotta go! Gotta go! Yeah, remember this time. Only use up one. Literally put a piece of granite in a very specific spot. so it will not accidentally be used. Congratulations, Ralphie, you've been reborn. Meanwhile, Ralphie just, what happened? I thought I'd already been here. What? How did I, what? Not bad. You don't need another one of those. It says repair, like you gotta like repair the dust on it. I mean, is the repair literally just dusting it? It's your sweet Bippy it is. Who is Bippy? Why is Bippy so damn sweet? Who keeps talking about her this way? Right. So. Yeah, you're supposed to plant them here. Not that I fucking knew that you could do that. E to water. You are not supposed to. Just take out the damn, or to fix the stupid. You're not supposed to clear out the mushrooms here. Which is also kind of insulting. Aren't these the same mushrooms? Okay, sure, I guess not. $1,800 contacts, because, you know, oh, it's so cheap. Isn't that nice? The inventory is full. Oh, it's just dropped on the ground. I'll drop that. I would obviously clearly rather have a pie. Thanks! Thanks, Auntie! Go. One was it one? And, I kinda hate these new contacts, not gonna lie to you. And I hate them because it, I haven't had to wear these kind of contacts since the early 2000s. But it used to be, if you have astigmatism, they would give you contacts that were basically weighted. So, like, one side would be thicker than another. Which meant, and they would be marked. So they would be, like, engraved. And, that meant that the part that was marked, you had to actually, like, make sure you put that on the bottom. So when you would put it in, it had to be facing the bottom of your iris. And if you didn't do that, they would shift and slide around. Like I said, I haven't had to have contacts like that since the early 2000s, because when I got to, Nope, I didn't mean to drop that. When I had a different, optometrist, they gave me different contacts that were really nice, where I just could wear them. Like, who'da fucking thought that was a thing? I sure as shit didn't. 1-800 Contacts isn't like that. 1-800 Contacts, you have the same problem where you have to put it at the bottom. And even still, they just shift and move all the time, and I'm so irritated. I need laser corrective surgery. Coffee link down below if you would like to donate. Pay for my operation because I am American, and that's the only way I can afford anything medical. Alright, let's say the owl is gonna come for Auntie. Meanwhile, Auntie's just like, wait, what? No, I didn't say anything, Auntie. I don't know what's gonna happen to you. It certainly won't be an owl picking you up from the sky trying to eat you and feed it to the owl kits. Never happen. Bang. Because we're gonna have to, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to go through, like, most of Bufo's quests. Bird! Owl! It is time for the owl. Skeep. Whoa, no! Not my auntie, no! I didn't have it equipped. Look, guys, don't blame me. I'm tired. I'm just a girl. That makes me really annoyed, by the way. I'm just a girl. I don't know. I'm just a girl. Shut the fuck up. I know half the time it is said ironically, it's not actually meant to mean anything, but it's just the idea that you could possibly take that sincerely makes me want to slap someone's jaw out of socket, I gotta be honest. Too violent? Clearly you forget I'm a demon of wrath! Oh, what's that, Ralphie? You're hungry and cold? Well, I've got just the thing for you. One of your auntie's pies. Probably the last one you'll ever have. I hope you enjoyed that. You're never gonna learn how to make it. You know, I was gonna say, like, the biggest problem here with this is that we... Obviously, I had to restart, you know, the game. And that in itself was already a big problem. But another thing I am recalling that's going to be a big problem is that I'm not going to be able to remember what I have and have not found now. I'm really going to have to, like, I'm really going to be running around trying to pick up all the scrolls and backpacks that I left behind. Oops. That's not really what I meant, but I got it. Hi, Arrow Mittens. How's it going? I had a wee bit of a mishap, but, things are fixing. Oh. Not too bad? Good, good, good. Ugh. The inventory is full of junk. Junk. Consume the tea. That sounds kind of cool. Thanks. Glad you're keeping on too. I'm still here. I am somehow still here. That sounds bleak. It's not that bad. You know, I say it's not that bad, but you want to know what happened? Nearly, like, I was just trying to get out of town this morning to go to my day job. And it's, like, I live on the edge of town. It should take me, like, 2 minutes to get out of town. In those 2 minutes, I was nearly ran over twice. Like, I don't know how this happened. I don't know what it is about people. They managed to get away from the snow, and then suddenly they're driving like absolute jackasses. I don't know who agreed to that, because I sure as fuck didn't. I didn't say nobody could drive like that. Why would you drive like that? Why would you want to drive like that? Why? People don't know. People just ready for it. Yeah, that's the one I need. I second-guessed myself. I was like, is that actually the one they need? Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I don't need nobody driving like no goddamn jackass. Axe-meister. Did I not get the granite axe last time? Is that what it's telling me? Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I can no longer recall. Happened to me the other day. Clear day, no weather. I was in the middle of the crosswalk, and a pickup truck that was fully stopped just decided to take off. Almost hit me. People are fucking weird. People are dumbasses. Stupid. People be fucking stupid. We got extra cozy gear. Requires, the floof. We need lots and lots of floof. Now it's time to gather the floof. It's also about to get dark, but what do I care? I'm off. And yeah, I am somewhat purposely leaving that piece of granite in Auntie's pack, because I swear to God, if I do the same shit again, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. I'll do it. You'll see it. It'll pop right out of my skull. I'll be looking around for it. Won't be able to find it. You won't be able to find it either. It'll be gone. Because I lost it. I lost it. It won't be found. Sleep. Oh, hang on. I gotta make sure I'm actually warm. Sleep. I didn't look close, but I'm 95% sure they were on their phone. Of course they were on their goddamn phone. People cannot live without being on their phone every second of the day for whatever reason. Addicted to the doom scroll. Shit, you know, I say that, but I don't think I, reposted that I put up a VOD today. God, social media. I can't deal with the self-advertising on social medias. Skeep. Get next. Pebbles, twigs. I do it. I'm doing it, Buffo. Mittens, I don't know if he was here the last time, but the last time I played this game, I was not going well. Strictly because I basically got soft-locked out of it, so now I'm, I had to restart, and I'm kind of smashing my way through the main story right now. Hoping that once I do, I can kick back, relax, and we can enjoy it properly by exploring. As it was meant to be. This axe definitely swings faster. I think it deals more damage too, doesn't it? I don't know. Have to look in. I'm still not getting the correct inventory, but damage 8. Yes, I do believe that is more. I don't recall this. If you don't know anything about Winter Burrow, if you are into the crafting survival game, this is a good game for it. I don't think it is endless by any means, but it is warm, it is cozy, it is very pretty, and for the most part, it is pretty well done. Oh, pickaxe! And this time we have the granite. I am gonna skip past this. Again, sorry, Buffo, but we had this discussion before. Yeah. Before we head back for pickaxe, let's go talk to Gnawtusk. Warm and cozy is good. I mean, it's so warm and cozy that, like, tea is an integral part of the game. Like, you can't get much more cozy than that. You know what I mean? There is darkness to it, though. Don't let it fool you. This game has darkness. Like this, for instance. The squirrel has Alzheimer's. First you make a fire, then your kettle goes atop. Steep your tea and pour it, and then you savor every... And it's gone. Oh, stranger. Any news about my last stage? Here it is. Oh, for real? Well, chop my tail and call me a chipmunk. You did it. More stuff about tea. Give me the thing. Healing tea for Auntie. Auntie! This is good. I don't have to hold the sprint. I keep doing that. I do not need to. And if I keep trying to do that, I am going to actually cripple my hand. It's fine. You only need one paw to slap the silly out of somebody. The nice thing, though, I'm at least caught up pretty much to where I was stuck last time now. With an actual way to get around things, so we can now kind of kick back and enjoy. Which is a good thing, because I've got... I mean, I don't have all my gear, right? I'm, missing all of my really nice winter cozy gear. I obviously don't have the stockpile of food that I had before. That's fine. That's good. It sucks about the softlock resetting so much progress it did. I was missing one piece of material that I needed, and it just completely locked me out. So, I think... I don't have to be carrying about it, but I think I will actually see if I can put in a suggestion to the devs and be like, hey... That's the thing, I don't think the devs really thought that it could happen, because the way it works is that you don't know... As you may have gleaned, you don't know any of the recipes straight away. A lot of the recipes. You basically learn all the recipes by bonding with the NPCs and talking with them, and that's how you learn and get more things together. I think that's good. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing whatsoever. The problem that came about was the fact of how this in particular, this area, it says that you have to plant your mushrooms in this overgrown area here. As you can tell, it takes 15 of that granite to be able to do that. Granite is apparently a very limited resource to start with. And the way the game phrases it, the quest is, make sure that you actually get started, get going. That you actually take it out and redo it. Now the problem being that is after I did manage to get all the granite to do that, I didn't have the recipe for the granite pickaxe, and so what wound up happening is that, yeah, I planted the mushrooms because you have to do that before you get the recipe for the pickaxe. You have to plant the mushrooms before the pickaxe. Have to. Have to. The game does not tell you that in fact you can just plant things in this area, which as you can see is what I did here. So I wound up with no more granite. I had no way to get more granite because I couldn't mine the granite rocks without a granite pickaxe. Game reminds me visually of Don't Starve. It is very reminiscent of Don't Starve, I agree. The NPCs would make the social aspect an important part of it. Possible to use up too much? Yep. Would 100% have done the same thing. See, that's the thing, because the game... I mean, the game tells you in the quest that's what you're meant to do. That's why I think it would be a better idea. It doesn't have to be... It doesn't have to be, like, really easy to get or what have you. If they want to make it more difficult, what they could do is that they could only spawn granite in, like, a certain area of the game. Like that secondary area you see me travel around in where it has, it has, like, the, where the frog is. Where I talk to the frog. If they just had granite free spawning in that particular area alone, I think that would fix it. It doesn't have to be all the time. I mean, hell, if they don't want to just leave it on the ground, they could even do it where, like, you can only get it, you can get it occasionally from mining the basic rocks. Either way, if it's only in that area, that would still prevent any sort of, like, soft blocking, like the problem that I had. That's why I want to actually, Ralphie's hungry. Ralphie is hungry and I left home without any food. Oopsie. Yeah, that's how other games handle it that I played. Yeah, I think it's just... The game doesn't want to hold your hand. Like, I had to discover that I had to actually really bond with the NPCs to unlock recipes. It wasn't just... I thought, maybe I just had to walk around and find them. Because I could find some recipes walking around. But the major ones you had to talk with people. And I caught that. I picked that up. Actually, I may as well craft all. I got there eventually. You scrounge for the rare thing, maybe even specific area, and then once you progress, it's less rare. Go back for more if you have to. Because that's the main thing. Putting a complete cap on it like that, I think it's harsh. I think it's pretty harsh. Because I think it's far too easy to just... I mean, it's exactly what happened with me. I wound up, just, like, getting completely dicked over, and I had to start over. Now, like I said, we're pretty much caught up to where we needed to be. It is good feeling to discover stuff organically in the game. Yeah. Yeah, like I said. And I think, bonding with the NPCs also really matches the vibe of the game. I think it totally makes sense that you would have to make friends and help out your neighbors in order to, like, have them help you, too. Part of the kind of, like, community aspect of it. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't want to wind up locked out of something like that again. And I don't think I am the only one that feels this way. I think I am justified in my criticism. It's fine though, we are crisis averted now. We can settle in, enjoy the wintry atmosphere. Ooh, a biscuit. Some reason still piping hot, despite being buried in the snow. Yeah, it's why I like playing Stardew. I also enjoy Stardew Valley. I thought about streaming that as well. But I kinda don't want to start over on Stardew Valley. At least not yet. I've done it before, where I've rebooted a game. See, like, I found that recipe laying around. You could find them. They're just not usually the, story progressive kind. Snow is actually a decent insulator in a pinch. It is! That's why igloos can be very, very warm. Not that a video game especially, usually has that as a reminder. They don't always follow logic of the real world. It's kind of like actually, I found this very interesting while playing Pathfinder First Edition. Most people don't play it, so you probably don't know this. Pathfinder First Edition actually has its tree monsters somewhat accurate to reality. Because those of you that aren't arborists might be surprised to find out, trees are actually resistant to fire. The way healthy, living trees are resistant to fire. The sap and the fact that they can actually pull up water from the ground and, like, disperse it throughout their veins, quote unquote, their body, actually makes them somewhat okay, not fireproof, but fire resistant. And because of that, any sort of, like, tree monsters in Pathfinder First Edition are either fire resistant or fire immune. So, you think you're gonna light that tree on fire? You're wrong. In fact, I'm actually pretty sure there is a ent-like monster in Pathfinder that, is not only fire resistant, but actually heals if you try to burn it. It's a little mean. It's a little bit mean. Considering most people's first indication to defeating a plant is to burn it. That's not what I would have expected. See, exactly. I too was surprised. The main reason I found out was just absolutely wacky as well. I don't know if I've shared this story before. It happened so long ago, it's hard for me to keep track. But in my game, we have like a little additional rule. Whenever you cast a magic spell, you've got like a 12 to 15% chance of something wacky happen. And I say 12 to 15% because it technically depends on what time period that you're playing the game at. Well, that sounds kind of like wild magic. It is a little bit. It is inspired by the wild magic table. It's not that exact table, because obviously that one is more for 5e. There is one for first edition Pathfinder, but I find it kind of mean, to be honest. Pathfinder first edition is kind of punishing to start with, and their wild table is like half of it's objectively bad for the caster / party, like their allies, because it actively hurts them, like severely actively hurts them, which sucks. The other half is pretty good for them, for the party, which is surprising. But I decided since it wasn't that nice, I would make up my own table. And the other thing is that, as far as I recall, wild magic in D&D basically stops your original spell from happening, and instead the additional magic happens. The wacky magic happens. And that's all fine and good, if that's what you want out of your character. But the way I did it is that your spell still happens. You still get the effect of your spell. But something else might happen too. My only experience with Pathfinder is the CRPGs by Owlcat. Yeah. So, I think that's correct, yeah. The Wild Magic Surge replaces the spell instead of modifying it, yeah. For mine, it's like, there's somewhere around like 60 to 70 different effects that can happen. Because it's 60 to 70, I can't remember the exact number, but it's basically because it's on a table of 100, and it's like 1 to 2 numbers will change up and give you a different effect. This particular instance, the party was up against a cult, and I very distinctly described to them where they were at. I very distinctly described to them that they were, first of all, they were in the desert. Since they were in the desert, there wasn't a whole lot around them, save for, like, basically a single tree, dead tree, that the cultists were currently at for a ritual of sorts. You know, I could have just gone to my other fire pit up there. It's fine. That's what happens when I yap. And again, I distinctly described this to start with. I didn't set a trap. This was just the setting that I had laid out. And one of the cultists, you know, they're like anti-priests or dark priests, whatever you would like to term them as. Negative clerics, what have you. One of them cast a spell. I don't remember what it was. I do remember I rolled the Wild Magic Surge, and I was like, oh, okay, well, let's see what happens. I roll on the table. Do you know what it said on the table? What it said on the table is, one plant within a 50-foot area becomes awakened and is friendly towards the caster. Do you know what that meant? The only plant that was nearby in a 50-foot area was the dead tree. And because one of the enemy casters cast the spell, it was friendly towards them. Which meant suddenly the party was facing off against an actual ent. And I was like, okay. That's wacky. The good thing for them was the fact that I wasn't prepared with a stat block at the time. So I just kind of winged it for a bit. I was like, it's a tree. It probably has quite a bit of health, but it probably can't do, like, loads of crazy shit. I was wrong. You know how wrong I was? Because I think we had to, like, split up the battle from one session to another. And I think by the time we got to the next session, I did have a stat block. And... man, they're nasty. All the tree enemies are nasty pieces of work. Like I said, immune to fire, pretty much. Can't hurt them with fire. They also wind up having anywhere from like 2 to 4 attacks per turn, depending on what kind of tree you have. Somewhere between 1 to 200 health. Big AC. They can't move, usually. One can actually move. That one's probably, I think that one's the strongest tree. Tarantula tree? Something like that? It wasn't that one. Thank goodness for them. But that is a thing. And spider trees? Oh yeah, spider trees. Big old spider trees. I'm pretty sure they're meant to be in the, jungle biomes. Oh. As they're nasty pieces of work, let me tell ya. Like, you don't want to be fucking about with any of the tree enemies unless you're, like, high level. So, yeah. I was still nice to the party, especially because they still had a bunch of cultists to deal with. I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna nerf this stat block. Jungle biomes or Australia? What's the difference? What's the difference? It's both. So, yeah, I made sure the tree wasn't going to immediately push their shit in. Because I was like, this seems, because I also learned my lesson, because since I made this magic table tree, this magic table, I put some limitations for some of the spell effects. Like, there's one where a party member can become a dragon. That's pretty fucking cool, right? But I have set it to a certain number of rounds. So nobody stays a dragon for like a whole ass battle. I guess unless you roll really high. And it's never going to be, like, a dragon that's too powerful, either for the enemies or for the party to handle. So, it is still powerful, but no one side is going to instantaneously die. And that's the main thing. I don't think I have no more room. I'd like to take that, yeah. Thank you. And, so, you know, nobody instantly died. Everyone was fine. But, because I didn't put a round end for the, animated plant. So I was like, huh. So the only way this thing's gonna go down is if they kill it. Huh. So, after that fight, I put a round limit on that one, too. Look, I am but a humble DM. I too make mistakes. I too overlook things that I don't think will be problems, and then find problems later. I had a much less severe incident of that effect happening a later point in the game, though. It was very funny, actually. Sometimes my improv really impresses me. By which I mean it really makes me giggle. In this particular instance, oh, that's not where I wanted to be. The party was trying to... I think they were trying to teleport somewhere. Yeah, they were trying to teleport somewhere, and so they were setting up to make this teleport circle. And as they cast the spell, they get a surge of wild magic. Of course, from our player that rolls the lowest, like, consistently. She is cursed. It's so funny. It's funny in a very tragic way. It's very funny to me. And because of this, because it's her, I tell her, you roll once to see if you get the wild magic, and then you roll again to see what effect that you get. And they got the animated plant again. Now, where they were at, they were still in a desert area, but, you know, there's still plants in desert areas, but I was like, huh. I mean, I didn't think that far into the setting, so I wonder what's gonna be nearby. Probably, like, cactus or something. The dice always like telling their own story. There's probably, like, cactus nearby or something. Something a little silly, a little funny. And I was like, you know what? And I just had an idea that I could not ignore. And so I tell them, I'm just like, so you're getting ready to cast your spell. You see, you begin chanting your magic, you've drawn out your runes, and suddenly you see the rainbow lights. You surge of wild magic that coalesces around you. Then suddenly you hear, "Why? Why? What have you done to me?" And there's, on the ground, this little flower that is awakened, has become suddenly aware of all existence, including its own, and is just spiraling in this horrendous existential crisis. The players just zap away to their next destination. Just like, what the fuck just happened? With the screams in the wake of their teleport of, why me? Why? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda wanted to make that flower an enemy later in the future. I just never got an opportunity in that campaign. just a little... The chaos in me so desperately wanted to make that little dandelion turn evil because this group of people came in, awakened it, and through its madness, it has had to storm this horrendous new venture called existence. That rock has a smiley face. They all have smiley faces. Look at them. Dot, I, and a hey. There's a little one there, too. Dot, and smile. You're not gonna unsee that now. Oh, it was grand. It was grand and I loved it. Ooh, out of inventory space. I ain't got no inventory space. Drink. You know, I would mock the fact that it does say, you have to eat the tea, but considering it's been in the frozen ground, yeah, you probably can eat that tea. That's a tea sickle. Pinesap Love, is that you? Oh, you're not her. Must find Pinesap. I think I've talked too much. I'm not gonna go up for the fox fur yet. It's definitely not because that has been the only place where I've died before. Thanks for the story, it was interesting hearing about it. There's a lot of, like, wacky things that happen during pathfinding adventures. How is my inventory already full? Where does all of this shit come from? Why do I never have a pack big enough for it all? Honestly, sometimes my favorite bits to... NPC bits to play are just the most random NPCs that just spontaneously exist. Like, Jimmy, Jammy, and Jommy. A bunch of, little flying gremlins the party interrogated as they were trying to figure out where the rest of the gremlins were and what they were up to. They're talking to... I think the one they were talking to was Jammy. And he's just a crying, sobbing mess. Like, I don't want to be here, I just want to go back to my family. He's like going on, there's exactly 47. I mean 44 of us now. It was very funny. Alright, this is where we need granite, oak, and beech. Oh, and some pine. Alright, can be done. I don't know where Polywog is. I didn't find Polywog before. We can also try to fix up the stairs. Again, requires more pine and oak. Okay. I think I've also mentioned one of the weirdest ones was when one of my players accidentally sold... We were just having a shopping episode. Like, I didn't think anything was really gonna come out of it. It was just people shopping. NBD. Very casual, like. No. In this shopping episode, where people are getting little bits of lore about their setting and immersing themselves into the city, one of them sells their soul to another. And point A to point G, I don't know how, but we got there. Like, the absolute chaos this crew keeps causing. There were 5 players by the end of that campaign, and I told them, I was like, you guys are 2 players away from being the devil's consorts at this point, because you're all associated with demons. One of you is a secret demon, one of you is somewhat possessed by a demon, and then the other one has sold her soul to the secret demon. Well, I mean, the secret demon, yes! It's not me. I mean, yeah, technically they're all ruled by me, the dungeon master that is a demon, but that doesn't count in the made-up world. In the fictional world, they were also about to all be devil's consorts. And it may wind up being this way again. Actually, it was nearly a big disaster this campaign. Not gonna lie, it got grim. It got to the point where I was like, I don't think I can keep running this game. Which was sad, but... like... One player, the way they set up their character is actually a, I think the easiest way to describe it is that they were they are still playing this character. They're like a warrior, a sorcerer, swordmaster, basically. So they are both warrior and mage put together. It's a pretty cool class. They have like a specialized weapon, and this weapon is also awakened. Like, it does actually have its own consciousness. Which does mean, yeah, it usually has its own agenda about what it likes to do. It does specifically say in the description of the class, usually the weapon and the character's main goals, and specifically their alignments, usually align. And that does make sense. That makes sense from a role-playing perspective, because if you have main tool of a character that they are required to have to make their class function, and the character not get along, that can cause a lot of unnecessary friction, which some people could say, oh, it's like character building, but I think can actually wind up breaking apart your game if you're not careful. You gotta handle it really well. You gotta be pretty experienced with something like that, I think. And... oops, I didn't mean to pick that up. There's nothing wrong with this person wanting to play this character. I said they could play any class, any race, whatever they want. I've read about people doing some crazy stuff with mages. Yeah, mages in Pathfinder. This one is the Black Blade variant. It doesn't have to be a blade, but that's what they call it. But the player told me... I need a sip. Give me just a second. The player told me that they didn't have any preference necessarily to what I made the personality of the sword. They just said, I trust you completely. Think of something fun. I believe in you. And I said, okay. Really, the main thing I had to go off of was that they were excited to have another Kazul, so to speak. Kazul being a different demon in the last campaign the party associated with. A demon that was actually trapped inside of a book. That they were using for a short while as, like, their atlas. And this player loved the Kazul character so much because of how he spoke, because of the interactions and his sass. They loved it. Uh-oh. I leave it in your hands, noble DM. Oh, you shouldn't have, but thank you. And I was like, okay, I can work with that. And because of that, I was like, I think I know exactly what I want to do. I didn't know what their character was going to be like at first. After we started playing, because technically the Black Blade Magus doesn't get their awakened sword until I think level 3 is what it was. And everybody started out at level 2. So I got to kind of see what her character would be like. And then I kind of decided what I wanted the sword's personality to be. I think I chose wrong by accident. Because her character is like this really shy, socially awkward bookworm. Riddled with anxiety. Decent character. Very classic. Nothing wrong with it. My first idea was I could have a weird little, like, bond between these characters. Like, it could be a Rubilax and Persidal type relationship. And if you haven't watched Wakfu, you won't know what I'm talking about. But, you know, they get along pretty well. They're pals, they're buddies. But when I saw how much of a awkward bookworm this guy was, I was like... The chaos in me was like, I'm gonna make this worse. So, I did. Instead of going with my original, buddy that I thought I was gonna do, I went for, actually evil, dummy mummy demoness. Because I thought it would be a really funny juxtaposition. I was right, the interactions were very funny. The players all loved it. The players thought it was great, because the way I played her out was that she could telepathically communicate with the Magus. And the other funny part was that the Magus had a telepathic communication link with her twin, so she could also communicate. I mean, she could technically communicate with whoever she wanted to, but she stuck with the twins at first. And she was just sassy. She was just kind of sassy, always ready to, like, dig into him in a totally friendly but not actually friendly manner. And I thought all that was great. I thought all that was fun. I thought it worked out really well. Until recently. Despite the players laughing about it, how fun they found it to be, the characters were different. The characters were different because one was lawful good. I think the other is technically neutral good. But once they actually found out that there was a legitimate demon around that was probably up to definitely no good, that, just about split the party. Almost somewhat permanently. And the thing is, it got so off the rails that these two players were thinking of having their characters leave the party. And then that somehow also triggered another player to start fighting one of the other players. Oh wow, yeah, it was a lot. And I was like, I admit, I think the other part is the fact that since there's like eight people in this campaign now, that's like a lot of people. And because of that, because of that and the fact that I am a manager and my day job is being a manager, that's a lot of managering for me. I get overwhelmed sometimes. And, with all the discourse that was happening, I was just like, you guys, I can't. It's, like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. The world is literally ending in this campaign, and if that cannot keep you guys together, I do not know what will. So I'm having to figure out a different way to kind of like bring the party back together. And I think the way I've got it set up right now is that they're currently on like a little side quest. I say little, but it's technically going to be session 3 on this side quest coming up. Where basically they're going to rescue a pair of NPCs. They're going to give them an item. A bonding item. It's not really going to have any other effects other than basically, quote-unquote, resisting the demon. Not that the demon can take over anyone aside from the Magus, because that's the other thing, right? The way the Black Blade works is that it can take over the host, the actual Magus. It has the capability of doing that, but at low levels, it's pretty unlikely. In fact, technically speaking, even at like level 5, it was actually impossible for the demon to take over the Magus character. And that was because even without rolling, their will save beat the ego, is what they call for the Black Blade. So no matter what, unless like the player themselves chose to fail, they were not going to fail. But that's the thing, this player also loves chaos. I think this player likes chaos more than I like chaos, and they're like, I kind of want to see what happens if I do fail. I was like, the only way that's going to happen is if you choose to fail. And so they did. I mean, it was fine, because in this particular instance, the demon only took the life of the bad guys. And she was satisfied with that because she got her blood sacrifice. So, you know, NBD, you know? It was still, a little too much for the good portion of the party. Like I said, but yeah, for the most part, I'm just hoping that having this bonding experience and gaining this particular item will basically settle the in-character problems. And there will be no more in-character problems. At least not on that front. That's what I'm hoping. Because I didn't really want to dissolve the game. I've got, like, really cool ideas for how I want the main story to play out. I've also got, like, really cool and interesting side quests for each of the characters as well. Some I'm still building, because some characters have also, like, only recently joined. So I'm kind of trying to figure out where everybody's gonna fit in. But either way, I think, I think it's all gonna come out really cool. I can't really divulge any of the secrets because now I know some of you lurkers out there are watching that are a part of the game. I know. Trying to see some sneaky secrets. Ooh, biscuits. I don't need any biscuits right now. I'll take that though. So I think people still... Because that was the other thing. I also just straight up started asking people, like, are you guys sure you want to keep playing this game? Because with how people get sidetracked and with, like, just, like, how far things derailed, like, I'm not sure you want it anymore. They insisted they did, so I took them at their words. And I'm hoping this sidebar will settle things, and there'll be far less discourse that I have to put up with. Take that. No, I can't take that, because maybe... You know what, we're just gonna go home. I'm gonna go home, drop off all of this shit I have collected into the box. The log, I guess. It's not even really a box. It's still basically a treasure chest, but it's a box. You know, I have thought about maybe... And Darkle has also mentioned this as well, where he would actually like to be a part of, like, a somewhat... I'll say a serious game. A serious game of, D&D/Pathfinder that we actually stream together. You know, when I say serious, I kind of mean that loosely. You know, you say serious, but you know, like, some... There's always gonna be, like, silly jokes happening. People are always gonna be a little weird, a little quirky. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But, you know, like having, like, a somewhat serious storyline, you actually get to, explore the world, have, like, epic adventure type deal. The basics. Oh, I see. I need more beechwood. I'm just gonna craft all that. Yes, beechwood, I see. I'm gonna craft a couple of these. Not all of them, but a few. I just don't know who I'm going to get to be able to do all of that. I want beechwood. Whoops. Because I don't want to make my physically close friends do it. Because I know half of them would not want to be put on stream. I mean, I don't get, like, loads of people flooding my stream or anything. But, I mean, even still, not everybody wants to yap the whole time. Be on there. Understandable. Yeah, you get it. Not everybody wants to, and that's fine. But then there's also some of them I couldn't necessarily trust to ensure that they use the right names, if you know what I mean. Not good at anonymity. Which doesn't quite work out for a few of us, as a few people enjoy not being doxxed. So instead, I would have to try to But I have to find people that aren't terribly busy that can kind of work their way into my schedule as well, which would probably mean, like, late Saturday night. And by late Saturday night, it wouldn't even be, like, every Saturday. It would probably be, like, once or twice a month in a Saturday nights. Which is pretty infrequent for a game. But I know that's what I could squeeze in fairly reliably. So, yeah. It's not ideal for a show. But I don't know, maybe Sunday. Someday. Not a Sunday. I'm definitely usually busy on Sundays. Definitely, usually. Definitely. I suppose another option would basically be to by which I mean your inventory is full. Yeah, another thing I did think about is I thought about streaming Stardew Valley. Which I think I tried to say earlier and I got distracted. Shock! Awe! Pyra got distracted. Wow. Who'd have thought? But, like I said, I don't want to start over. I did say it. Okay, good. My thoughts are definitely with me. I'm very tired, by the way. Successfully mentioned it and then diverted it. I wanted to finish my thought, which was that I didn't want to start over, but maybe I could stream, like, in the middle of my current world. Like, just have a little, this is what I'm at. This is what I'm doing. And maybe as opposed to doing, like, a cohesive, consecutive series like I do for other games, it would just be like, look at what we've got here. It's now year 32, and this is where I'm at. Could for sure. Could work out. Child? Oh, I was having the most awful dream. The owl. It's okay, Auntie. Oh, dear sweet child. These planter boxes there. Oh, they're just perfect. You're such a generous young mouse, just like your mother. Anyway, I'm already full of ideas about what to plant. The few herbs in my guide that are just indispensable at this time of year. Flowers too, of course. You know, I remember one night I spent on a cliffside road. The wind was howling against a rock and I just couldn't get to sleep, so I went for a walk. Ooh, what a rhyme. Oh. I found chamomile growing not 10 feet from my camp. Brewed it up, poured it out, took just a few sips. I was straight to sleep. That night I got the best rest of that whole trip. And I learned something that served me well every day since. Trust the world around you to offer you whatever it is that you need. But make sure you have a guide nearby indeed. Otherwise, you probably found its poisonous twin. And trust yourself to find your way to it. But not eat it if it's poisonous. Auntie's a dangerous forager. It might sound daft, but it's seen me through good times and bad. I'm glad you're happy, Auntie. Please, do not. I don't think they're gonna get any bigger. Just don't. Just don't, Auntie. I'm glad you're very excited. Very excited to be on the top floor. Yes. I'm a tired bitch. I definitely slept last night. I'm like definitely positively sure that I probably slept last night. Last night. It just doesn't sound like I have. I believe you. Yes, very believable. Yes. What is it? It's like 12:30. Cut me some slack, man. What do you need? Oh, a lot. Needs a lot. That's what it needs. I have 2! Don't need to craft all of that. How many planks you need to fix? No, not that. Not that. Hold. 3 more. Nope, that one. Like it's got a little flower detail there. Okay. That's done and ready. So we can find Polywog, find signs of Pine Snap. Oh. So I've also just realized we do have a better axe. I just don't know if this axe is actually good enough to get through the thorns yet. Ooh. There's a thought. There's a thought that I had that I thunk. I don't always think a thought, but when I thunk one, I thunk good. Need more blackberries to get jam. Need a lot of blackberries to get a pie. Meaty pie. Lots of meat and a couple of acorn biscuits. But man, that's a good old pie. Needs roasted spider though, which I'm not gonna find anytime soon. I didn't even find roasted spider when I, on my last save. Couple of roasted wood beetle. Alright, let's go. I want to see... Perhaps, mayhaps, it is possible that I can get through the thorns. I could not before, but now I must know. I'm gonna warm up a little bit by Moss's fire over here. Oh, you don't have a fire. Well, that's okay. This is warm enough. You may not have a fire, but you just exude warmth, apparently. Good for you. A snacky. Another little snacky. You don't get too hungry. You don't want to get too hungry on your way. Nobody likes when you get too hungry. That's another thing, though. I can literally just find biscuits and tea in the ground. The earth doth giveth in winter, Burrow. As long as you have a shovel. Is that birch? Oh, fancy me that, it's birch. Well, chop my tail and call me a mole rat. I guess as Naltusk would say. Take, including that. There's our first bit of ox fur. Whack. Whack. Damn, look at that axe go! She's a beaut. You know what I can do? I can get through these rocks now. Oh. That there's nice. Ah, we like that. We like that. Have a little munch. Collect up some rocks. Look at those. Hot damn. Ooh, I've learned a rug. Lovely, a rug. Actually, I don't like rugs. I would much rather just have actual carpet, which is something Darkwolf and I have been fighting about. I mean, it's never really gotten heated. But it is an argument that we have. Because he says he would much rather have, like, hardwood floors and, like, rugs on them if need be. And I'm like, ooh, I can! Can't be stopped, can't be stopped, Can't stop me. How much, oh, I found it. Okay. Alright, before I get too far then, I'm gonna bring this back to Moss. I don't like the look of most rugs. Not gonna lie, I think they're kind of ugly. Not for me, man. Wait, I don't think this is where I'm supposed to go. Hang on. I think it's one more over. Going, Ralphie. I'm going. You know, did I get the fire pit recipe yet? I can't recall. I cannot recall. Boss. I found it. Oh no, not like that. Will you tell me I found the fur? It's floofy. Extra soft. I need to find me a heavy key. Let's see if I can. A heavy key? Combining words like how a southerner tries to run all their sentences into one. Gotta hustle, Ralphie. We got a long trek here. Don't want to be twiddling our thumbs, dilly-dallying about. Get a new area to look at up here. Ooh, somewhere new. Fun and fancy-free. Some floof. Oh, I can't take it. I think I'd rather drop that. We need some worm clothes. Oh, I need those biscuits. I'm gonna drop those for now. I cannot drop the granite out of principle. Zoom. And yes, because of my granite mishap, I am not making... Oh! Oh, I see where we're at. Whoops. I'm not going to make any unnecessary things out of flint until I get the flint pickaxe. Oh. Ah, it's that shell. This is kind of nice. I didn't think it was going to lead us back to the Shadow Pines, but hey, that works for me. What's in this pack? No. That feels like it's a hint. Is there a reason you're dropping healing herbs on me, game? Is that a hint I'm supposed to take? That's Witcher flopping around if you hear ka-thuds. He's a little bit restless. Is this where the spiders are at? I haven't met a spider yet, I'm curious. Ooh! A fire pit! Delightful! And a sled? A cart, yes, of sorts. It's kindling. Oh, that's good. Oh, that looks, yeah. So to say, that looks, sturdy, strong, unfortunately for me. Another pack. A cookie! Alright, well, do I don't have any kindling. Alright, alright. I don't want to light it right now, I don't think. If I light it right now, I will be inclined to try to sleep, and I don't need to sleep. I will take this, though. I will eat that. Do you have another one? No, but there's that's there, waiting for me. And we'll save it. floof up this way. Go that way? Maybe. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, more floof. Hey. Alright with that. I needs it. Need some warm winter clothes. Oh, there's an ant. Ooh. Alright, hang on. Oh no, he's gonna try to bite me! Or she, I guess. It's an ant. It's probably a she. That looks comfy! Ooh, that's a cozy bed. I bet it's expensive. But hey, comfy bed is worth it. You know... You know, guys, the worst thing about you being here on chat is that, because I'm yapping so much, I get to thinking about other things. Because I get to thinking about other things, I realize things that I need to do or should have done, and then I'm going to forget about it later. Like the fact that I probably shoulda, coulda, woulda. I don't want to drop the... I don't want to drop it, but it'll be okay. It's just be on the ground right next to me. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Yep. Like the fact that, anti-capitalist as I am, I probably need to get a new mattress. And I probably should have done that for Black Friday. / Cyber Monday. That would have been ideal. Yeah. Not that we could have anyway. We had to drop like $700 to get new tires on the truck today. Gotta sleep at a good place, that's correct. I mean, the mattress we have is fine. But it was a cheap mattress. You know, I got it cheap and off of Amazon. It's supposed to be one of those where it's like cooling. I don't know if it's cooling. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if I'm just a real hot sleeper. Clearly I am. But like, I don't think it's as cooling as it says that it is. Or maybe it is, and I still just am a heater. Which I guess is true. That makes sense. Okay, we got tons of places we can go now, I think. Oh, a biscuit. I will deposit that on the ground for now. Oh, didn't we, shoot, you know what? We did get a recipe from Auntie to get that brand new backpack that I didn't fucking make. To heat up when I'm sleeping for whatever reason. I need it cool. Absolutely. I am the same. That's something I'm very wasteful when it comes to electricity, not gonna lie, because, like, living with Dark Wolf, I've had to kind of, like, balance out how we sleep, because Dark Wolf, likes quiet when he sleeps, so he doesn't need, like... I need a actual, like, fan to be on. Or, like, white noise. Something. I needs it. I'm gonna drop that too, actually. No! Dick. Drop it. Drop it! But I also need to be, like, pretty cool while I sleep. Because if I'm sweating, I'm just going to wake up in the middle of the night. And I don't need to do that. So... because Dark Wolf needs quiet, but I need a fan. the original fan I had was like a, well, when I moved into this house, the original fan that I had was a box fan. I had like a standing fan before that, but standing fan doesn't fit in the bedroom because it's small. So the box fan was my next best bet. But that was too loud for him. So I was like, okay. So he just suggested, oh, well, if you need it to be cool, why don't we just have the ceiling fan on? Like, okay, I guess. I'll see if I can... Oh! Look, she did put plants in. Oh, how nice! They look great. That wound up not working that well because it was cooler, but I wasn't able to sleep because I was, it was just too loud. Everything was just too loud. So, eventually, I got to a point where the way we sleep now is that the ceiling fan stays on all night to help circulate the air and keep us cool. But then there's also a air purifier, because the air purifier makes just enough noise for me to be able to sleep consistently, but not enough noise to wake up Darkwolf. You know, just me wasting electricity in my house. But you know what? It is also December, the season of wasting electricity. If you don't have 5 billion lights on in your house and outside your house, what are you even doing? It's December. Yeah. You're supposed to be wasting so much money. Ooh, look, a biscuit. Delicious biscuit. I desperately wish there was like a auto-organize button. Game devs, hear my plea. Give this to me. I need it. I need it. Oh, I was about to say, why is there only 5 there? There's definitely more than 5. What do you mean there's only 5? I was about to freak out again. No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. It's like, fine. Don't worry about it. Crap, 2 of those. I don't think that gets us anywhere. You need 3 for a hat. And then 6 for sweater. Sweet mercy. Okay, well... Oh wait, hang on. Before I go rushing out, first of all, I need some food. Second of all, I need to figure out what I'm doing. What's the goal? Do I have enough to make jam? I do, and then I don't have enough for blackberry pie. I'll make some biscuits. Alright, I got food for the road. There's fine polywog and a missing key. Oh, does Auntie have another task for me then? Here, child, have I ever told you the time I faced a magpie bird? Magpies are so cute. You ever read The Magpie King? Good book. I did. I was fully grown, too. I was enjoying a picnic with a few friends one afternoon in a clearing deep in the forest. Foolish, I know, but I suppose we thought the trees would give us cover. It wasn't long before the beast landed right on top of us, all beaks and feathers. My friends ran for cover, but the damn thing... Oh, my auntie, I swear! In my cozy game? Damn thing put its talon right through my sandwich. Not the sandwich! Ugh! Disgusting! Oh, I missed that one, sorry. Luckily, I still had a butter knife in my paws, so I took a few swipes. Ha! Bloodthirsty brute wasn't expecting that. I sent it straight back into the sky. Not before I took another feather or two.
Oh.
But that was when I was a young summer mouse. Before the snow and ice. A great many more of our neighbors were awake and above ground. One day they'll wake again. I only hope I'm still here to greet them. I think, you know, we saved Auntie once, but I have a feeling Betulina might not make it to the end of the game. Knowing the way this has gone so far. Who are you most excited to see, Auntie? Oh, there's a tough question. Surely you weren't asking me to play favourites? Oh, there were so many folk about then. Hedgehogs, squirrels, moles, all of them lovely. But, if I had to choose, there was one cheerful academic I was particularly fond of. A mole named Willow, if memory serves. I remember thinking they were cool. Older. But I'll have caught up to them by now. Moles are much longer lived than we mice. So I suppose we'll face old age together. That is, if I ever do get to see them again. Who knows where they are now? 'Tis time to find Willow. Or not, I guess. No, I'm also gonna put the yarn away here before I forget. Deposit. We need to collect... Oh, a lot more oak, actually. I can do that. Oak and fir. Oak and fir definitely sounds like it's... Sounds like it's some sort of inn. Not sure it's on that line of whether it's actually going to be warm and inviting or saucy. It's hard telling. Sounds like a bear guardian druid. You know what? It does. Oak and fur. Or something. Isn't that the... Yeah, because it's like reminiscent of oak and armor. Armor of Oak and Thorn? I watch High Rollers. Honestly, the vast majority of my experience of 5e, or now, is it 5.2 now? The recent edition? Anyway, it's pretty much all through D&D shows, like High Rollers and Legends of Adventurous. I like that too. Oakenshield from The Hobbit. Yes! Okay, I did think Oakenshield, but I was like, is that a real name? Am I making that one up? I was actually listening to Misty Mountain today on my way home. Still a good song. Take that, take that. I guess I'll take that too. Better than letting that pile up, I suppose. Ooh, nice. Funny thing. I was actually talking to Darkwolf about our wedding reception because... Obviously, with him immigrating, we didn't really have time to have a wedding reception. We just kind of had to get married and get it done with. Nothing wrong with that. But we both agreed that we'd like to have some kind of reception. And I was telling him, you know, I'd like to have one that has like a light fantasy theme. Kind of like if the guests come dressed up, similar to like what the costumes were like in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Not like real intensive fantasy, just a little bit, a little hint. And the funny thing was, he just goes, yeah, I guess as long as it's like small, that's fine, but it's like, I don't want anyone thinking that I like Lord of the Rings. I was like, the fuck do you mean you don't want anybody to know that? Do you not like Lord of the Rings? Like, what are you talking about? And he's just like, no, you don't, because, you know, when somebody that doesn't know you very well suddenly finds out you like Lord of the Rings, that's like the only thing they'll talk about, the only thing they know about you, and it's just so annoying. I'm like, alright, you're reading up into it too much. Sounds fun. I think it'll be nice. But apparently I have to be careful. We can't let the people know that Darkwolf kind of sort of enjoys Lord of the Rings. Awful, I guess. Because that's all they would want to talk to him about. I guess. Lol, nerd. Exactly. I'm like, I love him. I love my honey, but he does have some particularities. He's got some hang-ups. He can be quite dramatic. I think another funny thing, my mom actually pointed this out. My mom pointed this out, like, a few months ago, I think. Where she just looks at me, and she just goes, in the nicest way possible, she just goes, he really talks like a gnome. And I've not been able to not hear that now. Just the way that he talks sometimes, the cyclical way that he speaks, and, like, going around about. It does sound a little bit like you're talking to a gnome. He's not been able to refute that either. It would be tool. I need your carapace. Your carapace. Your crapus. For some reason, the classic gnome voice is forever cemented as Fezzik from The Princess Bride for me. I mean, that's not incorrect either. I don't want to drop anything. I guess I won't then. Like that. Okay. I'm gonna run back with my pack loaded with shit again, somehow. We've only been out here for a day. Wait, not Fezzik. Not Fezzik? You sure about that? My pack is full. Too full, even for blackberries. Visity. Fezzik was Andre the Giant. Okay. I need to watch the movie again. It's a damn good movie. Come on, keep going. Keep on going. You not pick that up? Well, I did now. Go! It's also been a long time since I've seen that movie. I also keep trying to convince Darkwolf. I was like... This was before I found out his weird hang-up about people knowing if he likes Lord of the Rings. But I was like, you know, we should have a little marathon. By little, I mean what would wind up being a whole day and then some. Of actually watching Lord of the Rings. Because it's been a long time since I've seen those movies as well. And you know what? It'd be good to get back into it. I don't have to be ashamed of liking Lord of the Rings. I will admit, I don't think I'm as big a fan as, like, some people are. Like, some people are super into it. That's fine. I mean, honestly, good for them. People... Ah! Oh no, that's too loud. Turn it down! What is... C? I keep forgetting that it's C. I just want to do tab for inventory. Why is it so much to ask? Rectangular fibre rug. Look at those soft grass tassels. They seem to celebrate the floor beneath them. Tab for inventory is automatic. It is ingrained. It is engraved like stone into my mind. We are beyond the point of, like, muscle memory. It just is. I'm sorry, how much? You know how much fur I'm gonna have to find for that? Shit. What do you take me for? Some fucking miracle worker? Ain't gonna happen. You'll be looking to make my damn sweater. I'm only gonna look at this. I'm only gonna get a hat. I'm still gonna make me that hat. At least 3 conventions worth of furs for that. That's right. It's 3 conventions worth, but it's gonna be a whole lot more money than that. Oop, that's not what I want to do with that. Actually, I should have put the hat on first. Quip. Look, it's so cute. Cute little hat. There you can cozy up for a sleep. Very dramatic sleeping sting there. I guess the other thing is we can think about actually repairing this now that I'm not concerned about running out of granite. Because I do believe the boulders will respawn. Still not tab for inventory. Need to get more food before I shovel on out again. I'm shoveling on out, I'm shoveling on out again. Again. Lots of different biscuits. Yep, more hazel. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Foot asleep. How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. I sit like a shrimp, all curled up in my chair. I can make a pie! Damn right I'm gonna make me a pie. Hell yeah, I'm set. Alright, I got me a pie, which means I got me a pie. 2 tall glasses of tea. 3 different biscuits. Only a little bit of mushroom, but you know what? I think we'll be okay. You know what I do need to make, though, while we're out and about? Oh my god, look how tall that flower is! Do I make it here? Yes. Craft. Do I have enough research? Oh, I need the rope. Oh, I should eat flax for. Oh my god. That's what I think of that. What do you mean I need basic supplies? Nope, that's the wrong one. Running, 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 run on, run on, run on. Ooh! Some wool there. I need tons of that still. Every time I think I got enough, I sure as shit don't. Hey look, some more! Delightful. Yeah, so I need me that. And I need me that. Picking up a bunch of shit that I should not be picking up in addition to, but I am. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Was there anything else down this way that I needed to explore? Ooh, biscuits! Always excited to find biscuits in the ground. Are you cold already? Have a biscuit. You're not you when you're chilly. I know there was a secondary area. I just can't recall if there were any thorns or anything down that way. I have the means to explore now. Explore far more than I once could. Want some tea? Have some of that too. Yes, Bizou. Nope, not that way. Here we are. This way. I guess really I don't need the acorn lantern unless I'm going towards the Shadow Pines. But like, I'll be hard pressed to not to bring it with me now that I think about it. There's a biscuit just on the ground there. I must have had to drop it for a reason. No thorns, but... I mean, granite is not flint, it is granite. Eat those. Damn it. Ooh. Quite a bit here. Crafting unlocked. Discovered something new. Is it like flint and tinder? You're not gonna fool me. I'm not gonna waste my flint on that. I will make kindling. Advanced kindling. Flint and birch bark. Made striking a fire a simple task. It will last longer. Well, okay, I mean, that's nice of you, but... there also ain't no birch nearby. What the hell is that? I also stand corrected. There's one right over there. No, it's just a fuzzy rock. Ooh. Birchy. Frozen Horizons. Discover the white pillars. I sure... feathers? Feathers. I was excited, and then I remembered. Feathers. What? Oh, this is where there's rowan berries, though. Chestnuts on the open snowfields. Drink. Up. Silk. How am I gonna make room for silk? Why is all my inventory full? Again! Yeah, I'm a little worried about the feathers, not gonna lie. Yep, got no more room for that. Good, cool. Ooh, a biscuit. Ooh, a biscuit. Ooh, a biscuit. Ooh, a little biscuit. Oops, I missed. Whack. No need to pant, you're doing well. Good job, Ralphie. Oh, look at that, it's so cute! It's a little treasure drawer. Delightful. I bet you I'll need birch for it. No, can't take the sticks. I somehow have an inventory full of sticks. How did this happen? Is there already more to explore? Ooh. Ba-da-ba-ba. Hello? Are you Willow? Damn! Oh, my nose tells me someone is out there. Who could it be? What could it be? Oh! Come closer. Good, yes. Ears. A tail. Oh, a mouse! Ah, I must write that down. A mouse seen at the White Pillars exit. Where is my notebook? Ah, dirt. Must have dropped it. Dirt! Willow! What a swear! So improper. In front of company you just met, no less. Snow here, a fallen log there. It's as if the whole world has come down on my little patch of heaven. I haven't been able to touch my research in weeks. I'm studying moles, you see. Oh, my dear little notebook. I bind them myself with the softest snail skin. I don't know about snail skin, but I too enjoy book binding. It's very relaxing. please keep an eye out for it, would you? I guess he has to use snail skin, or she has to use snail skin because she's unlikely to use mole skin. Now, isn't she? It would be near a tunnel just like this one. And watch out for those devious 8-legged creepers. They play for keeps. Boom. I guess I know where I'm finding spiders now. It's official, folks. We're in Spider Town. Somewhere in Spider Town. Somewhere I can make it into Spider Town. I ain't afraid of no spider. Can I go down? No. Need to find Willow's notebook, but first I have to find me way around here. How do I get around all of the absolutely impervious nature? Simply impregnable. Can't go here, can't go there, can't go there. Oh god, I'm stuck. Help. Good thing there's an unstuck button. If only my whiskers worked, I'd be able to know where I can and cannot fit. Alright. Nowhere else here. It's just Willow. Willow Whomst has given me a side quest. Spider country. You don't say. Is it underneath this rock, maybe? Yeah. I wouldn't have been surprised. That does look like silk, though, doesn't it? Like spider silk? Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here's a new spot. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Why does this look like seaweed? I don't know if that's what it's supposed to look like. That's what it looked like. I guess it probably could be some kind of fern. Just makes me think of seaweed. Swoosh. Don't you swoosh at me. No swoosh allowed. Get them birds. Ooh, that's a lot of silk. Oh, no, I want you to take. Oh, I can chop it down. Hell yeah. Give me that. Get that too? Maybe. Yeah, I can. That's an... Oh, that's a big spider. Oh, shit. Oh, 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 oh! Alright, spiders are dangerous. Okay, okay. Alright, I see you. Uh-oh. You know what I don't see? I don't see any kind of... You know what, that's fine. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna get that ant. Uh-oh. Oh! I didn't know you were still right there! I thought you went back to your spawn! Alright, because I wanna... Oop! Oh, it's so fast! Oh, it is fast! It is fast, it is tough. Oh my god. That is a chunk of health. I think this is bad. Right. Alright, Gabe. We're not fooling around when it comes to the spiders. Okay, I see. I might need a tougher axe. I'm gonna need a bigger axe. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll be able to find one. Actually, this is probably where all that, those healing pots will come in handy. It's a shame I have none of them! And this is where I'd have my healing pot. If I had one! Yeah, that's a bird nest. Where... Oh, you know, I was gonna say, where was that fire pit? Take what? What's there to take? I took it, whatever. I think it was some fiber. Some fibre. How angry can I make you with fibre? Cozy. I will sleep. Why not? Sleep till morning. At least it's a bit warmer during the day. So I think that was one of the fancy kindling. Yeah, it sure was. It still doesn't last through a night's sleep. Which I believe is important to note. Alright, we found Spider Country down there. Again, I could really use a kind of map. But I think the only way I'm gonna get a map is if I make my own, and I'm not that dedicated to this game. I'm not saying I don't like you, game, but I am saying I'm not gonna draw out a map. I guess that's Willow's notebook. Lying there in the snow as if someone forgot it in the middle of something. Alright, Willow, I found your notebook. You left it right outside the house. Can't stop thinking about my old friend Willow. Wonder where they are now. Oh, they're actually a little farther down there. Would you like to see them again? I guess I'll keep that on me. I'll put away that pile of sticks. I can probably... I will definitely be able to pick up more. I'll for sure be able to pick up more. What, Oh, I know what I was thinking about. I was thinking about making the, I wanted to make the thing. The thing, you know? These things. Those things. Master Builder. Craft 150 woodworking recipes. Right. Only a wee bit peckish. Won't worry about it. Actually, I'll go ahead and eat that. It'll give me a little bit of health back, no less. Do-do-do-do. Go tell Willow I found their book that I can't fucking carry, because it's like 5 times my little mouse size. A biscuit. Take that. Running, 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 running. Guess I'll start gathering up those other mushrooms as well. I really should, because I'm pretty sure I can get more advanced mushroom recipes on top of other things. Nope, nope, think it again. Oh, I can recover the hole. Huh. I don't know why I would want to do that, but I guess it's nice that I can. I don't know nothing. I'm just a mouse. This is like my second life as Ralphie. I mean, Ralph is just what? Is that why everything feels like deja vu? No, Ralphie, no, you're fine. Don't worry about it, you're fine. Oh, what are the chances we'd meet again? Ho 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 ho. About 1 in... Oh, let me see. About 1 in 670. Moles are excellent mathematicians, you know. They used to be. Hard to say what they are now. A sample size of 1 is hardly the basis for a robust theory. Oh, well, avoiding that sad conversation, I found a notebook. Oh, what's that? My notebook. I was certain it was gone forever. You very weirdly left it in front of my burrow. What were you doing there, sir? I have never been happier to stand corrected. I must go and collect it immediately. Here, my friend, a little token for your help. Flint shovel. Ooh. Now let's see. How will I record this event? Today's date. Statistical anomaly. Yes. Me trying to come up with titles for my sessions in Pathfinder. Well, goodbye for now. Watch you don't tumble into a buried tunnel. To find another tunnel entrance. Yeah, I mean, it says find a tunnel entrance, but there really wasn't one by the book. I guess unless it's implying that it is somewhere by the book, and I just can't see it. It's very by the book, you know. Ooh, blackberries. Do enjoy some nice tasty blackberries. Running, 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 running. I'm running as fast as I can with my little legs and tiny feet. Maybe that's what the flint shovel is for, to dig up the... Oh, is my inventory full already? As I pick up all of the shit everywhere. I think that may be what it's talking about. Alright. Deposit the items. No, I didn't mean to take that with me either. Right. So, flint shovel, eh? Flint shovel requires 2 pieces of flint. Oh, I haven't collected all the flint. Silk! You okay? Expert spade for clearing snow. Alright, I'll work my way up to that. I'm so glad you reminded me of my friend Willow. Some good memories are just what I need at the moment. Need a lot of rocks for that. Need some skis. That would be pretty nice. Get some ski. Oh. No. Oh, you can harvest. I can? Ooh. Take. Ooh, what have we here? Oh! Ew. Very talented squirrel can make strong healing squirrels herbs. Not ask. Bring them to the squirrel. He's a bit of a nut, but a good nut. He may not have all of his marbles, but he's got the spirit. What does one need marbles for when they have spirit? That's right, none. Nothing. A good nut is an interesting descriptor. Jeez, Mittens, why you gotta always make it dirty? Filthy. Filthy creature. No, you're sorry. No, you're not. Absolute liar. A bold-faced lie, that was. A little. A little bit of a lie or a little bit sorry? It's hard to tell. I guess these are supposed to be flint rocks. They certainly look like it. I certainly ain't got me a flint shovel, pickaxe now, do I? I probably will need to find... How is it already full? What I was trying to say is I'll probably need to find Poliwag before I wind up, getting the next pickaxe recipe. Which I guess... just probably both. Mittens is just like, why choose when I can have both? Yeah, I probably need to find Poliwag before I can get the flint pickaxe. And that's probably what I should save my flint for. Inventory is full. Somehow. Somehow. Whack. Back to X. I'm sure I got some questions to ask you. Ooh, I got questions for those thorns. Like, what's behind them? Yep, inventory's full. Silly me. Can hit both if I'm strategic enough. May as well clear it out. Alright, now where am I? I got no room in my inventory. Have any other spare biscuits I can eat? Not really. I was supposed to deliver those herbs. Let me do that first. I don't know what that is, but that looks important. I'm gonna deliver these herbs first. Herbs. Oh, there's a backpack there. Let's see what's in that backpack. Skitty! Oh. Well, I mean, I'm not saying... Oh, I need that. I need it. Drop that. We need the floof. Oh, is this the... This is the cairn. Cairn! I don't know what's quicker to go up or down from here to Nautusk, but... I'll get there. I'll get there. Oh, look, some healing herbs. Sir! Leaves inside a kettle, and steam inside a spout. Mix it with some honey and pour it down your... snout!
Ah.
Hey there, friend. Perfect timing, I reckon. I'm brewing up something special, and I could really use that sniffer of yours. See, the Northlands are flush with useful plants of all sorts, and I'm not just talking tea. Oh my. Maybe that's why you don't remember things so well, Nautusk. Now, I know you know these parts like the back of your paw. Think you can keep your eyes peeled for rare herbs to bring my way? Oh, I'd be happy to. Thank you, friend. You're saving my tail yet again. Huddle knows I forget a lot these days. You're helping me remember what it's like to have someone in my corner. Oh, you need a lot. I was hoping you would take at least one of these off my paws. I guess I was incorrect. Alright, I just... Let's get that on my way, I suppose. Take that. Alright, back to what looked to be pretty important. So... I mean, Bufo did mention that the... Oh my. That's definitely a skull. And to drop that. That was likely my heavy key. This humble token of access bears a weight, the quiet birth of the gravest dilemma. Keys were only a thing to the newcomers. For the wild mice, the concept was beyond comprehension. I would probably guess that means poor Pine Snap has not made it. That's going to be another sad conversation to have. Oh, I guess I will take those. If I can find another two, we'll be set. Shoot. And I didn't make a fire pit. Ouch. I wasn't paying attention, honestly. Forgot the strategy was to kite, kite, kite. Oh, okay. I see where I'm at now. I was like, where the hell did I end up? No, I see now. Alright, that'll do, I suppose. It's not where I intended to go, but... Oh, hang on. It is getting chilly. I am gonna... Yeah, I'll have pie. I'll eat the pie. I made the pie for a reason. There's no reason not to eat the pie. Well, let's go have us an awkward conversation, shall we? How are you already freezing, Ralphie? Damn.
There's no strangers in the wild, is there? Shouldn't be, anyway. And that's just one of the thoughts making my head buzz today. Whatever you have to say, I'm grateful to hear it.
I found a key.
Oh, this is it! This is Pine Snap's key! Thank you! Oh, I'm gobsmacked! Would have been easier to find a lonely rabbit in spring!
Oh.
I bet they dropped it in pursuit of the fox! Bit clumsy, though, and that's odd. Look, I have just the pocket to put this in for safekeeping. No sense in opening the cupboard now when they'll be back so soon. All the apples and herbs and all my good heavy twine for mending the tent? I'd only make a mess. You know how they like things just so. It's not that they're strict or nothing, not like that at all. They just know what's best.
Okay, so... Pine Snap is either a lot larger than I think they should be, or that was the fox that we saw. Either way, I am perplexed.
Stomach gurgle. Seems like my Tums is trying to convince me otherwise. Well, what would Pine Snap do? That's the question. Pine Snap would wait for Pine Snap, and so will I. I truly don't know where I'd be without them.
We're not gonna say nothing? We're just not gonna say nothing about that, eh?
Another snowy day. It is winter after all. I've been keeping busy though, don't worry about me. First, right, I pushed the furniture to the left side of the tent. There's furniture in there? But one of the tent poles is loose, so then I pushed it all to the right. I invite you to have a look, but let me try pushing to the middle first, and then... Besides, I don't have anything to offer you in terms of libations. Libations? I've been drinking melted snow, and that's hardly fit for a first-time guest. Oh, what's that? Oh, the pantry! Yeah, it's still locked. I guess you think I should open it, huh? I just don't feel right about that. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta get these things moved before you know who gets home.
Yeah, sure, I guess we'll just leave them to, their delusions. No sense of being honest, eh, Ralphie? You'll sleep well on that, won't ya? Sure you won't be, eaten alive by the guilt of not actually telling them what we found. About the fact that, ain't no way Pine Snap is coming back, eh? Nah. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Not yet. No. No. There we go. F. F. It didn't. I was gonna say, I didn't actually make any kindling, but that's because I've got, advanced kindling. I don't have enough planks, I don't think. Oop, I didn't collect nothing.
Something on your mind, child? You seem troubled. Moss is still worried about upsetting Pine Snap. Are you still worrying about your hedgehog by the lake? They've been on my mind too ever since you mentioned them. Hunger's one thing, but in this cold? And with a full larder in the tent? There must be some way to persuade them to open it. Moss? Moss, why does that name sound so familiar? I believe I knew a hedgehog by that name once, but they were bold sort, always planning something new. I delivered them thread for their weavings, beautiful complex things they were. Could it really be the same bright soul? Take this shawl, next time you go see them. Ooh, it's cute! A gift made for me by Moss's own paws. That should give us our answer.
I will. Moss, it's time to move on! We must move on. Cannot linger on the past. The snow is still very nice at night. Nice steamy tea somehow.
Why there? Come with a little something for me? Huh? Auntie said you'd want to see this. Oh, did she now? It is some fine weaving. Been a while since I made something of this caliber. I don't weave anymore, but... See? I did the moss stitch my own way. Just a little experiment, but turns out it became more durable. I guess sometimes you can get away with breaking a few rules. It's seen better days though, hasn't it? No touch Betulina would keep it all these years. I wonder if this corner was torn off in the brambles up by Crow Peak. Awful place. You get swooped on every step, but it's chock full of cloudberries. They make for the best wine. I went up there with her once myself. Took us 2 days of climbing, but never try and get between a mouse and their prize, huh? If I remember things right, she sprained her tail, and I had to lead us all the way home. Yeah, this is a cloudberry stain, alright. I was a different hog then. Now I keep asking, what would Pine Snap do? But there was a time when I knew what to do, wasn't there? So, why don't I know now? I keep waiting for them to answer, but they ain't here. So they can't. Can they? What would moss do? That's the nut of it. Well, I think it's time I open the pantry. Better to ask for forgiveness than starve to death. Oh, that's a load off, I'll tell ya. Sorry. The sleepies are catching up to me. Not surprised though, it's 1:30. Will you wait here? I'd like to give you something to say thank you for letting me answer my own questions. Here.
Item obtained. Brittle gill spars.
For you, my friend.
Hey, stop. It is your show, of course. You the star, baby. I probably will wrap it up soon.
Oh, this mince I made right before the first snow fermented real nice while I waited. I'll give you the recipe. It's got all the good things a body needs to heal. Soup. Maybe can help our dear Betulina as much as you've helped me.
Healing stew for Auntie. Mushroom stew. What does it need? Must heal Auntie. Must do something good for the soul. I guess we'll probably need to plant those. There's 5 of them, though. Might not be a bad idea to actually plant them in the big area. But that would probably require rocks! Whole lot of rocks, most like. Got a lot of flint now. Less about rocks. What do I need for mushroom stew? Guess it's gonna be over here, isn't it? Light stove. Not there. Not there. Nope. There it is, mushroom stew. Pretty much one of every mushroom. Actually, and then some. We need another 3 of that, 2 of that, and another one of those. Alright, good to know, good to know. I like, well, actually, let's see. Crap, it's the only one I got.
So close.
So, I will probably call it there for now. Oh, made some progress, fixed things. It's nice to have made a little bit of progress and fixed things. Could have probably been much farther if it wasn't for the hiccup, but it is what it is, I guess. Thanks for stream, was nice chatting, it was. Good relaxing time. Stayed up a little late. That's fine. I'm not surprised they released Winter Burrow for December. Obviously, it's got good, like, winter vibes, but also, like, some nice light Christmas vibes right now. Demon or not, everybody loves Christmas. Who doesn't love giving gifts and decorating for the holidays? It's beautiful. And we'll be back probably next week. More streams. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I kind of want to stream more than 2 days in a week, like I used to. But I have to admit that is unlikely to happen until January? We'll see. Because I would also like to get back to Bound by Flame and Darkest Dungeon 2. I don't know if the rest of you got your Twitch recaps yet, but I did. And found out, played Darkest Dungeon 2 the most. Apparently, I streamed it the most, apparently. Out of everything this year, which I'm surprised about. That probably won't remain true towards the end of the month, I would guess, because I obviously haven't streamed it for a while. But that's the other thing. I don't want to go back to one of the other games, so I'm still streaming this, and also Silksong, especially Silksong. That'll probably take me forever.
Yeah.
Regardless, I'll be back again next week with more things. Until then, thank you all for joining me tonight. Remember to go the fuck to bed.
Or get the fuck up if it's your morning.
And I will see you all in hell.